Well, I've got a special guest for you guys today. The man, the peanut butter legend, Luke Hines.
Mike, great to see you, mate.
Welcome to the show, mate.
I'm thrilled. For me, when you gave me a call and said, I want you to cook with peanut butter, I was absolutely thrilled. And I thought, what better way to do anything in the kitchen than a one-pan peanut butter choc chip cookie.
Oh, yes.
But I'm actually going to put you to work.
No. That wasn't in the brief, Luke.
If you think I'm going to come and guest on your show and do all the heavy lifting, think again.
This guy. All right, what do you want me to do?
All right, we're going to melt down our wet ingredients. So we're going with a good quality butter, maple syrup, and vanilla bean.
Okay.
So I'm going to get you to melt those down, and I'm going to prepare our dry ingredients.
I love that. So everything in the one pan and then into the oven.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Easy.
So the great thing about having versatile cookware like this is it doesn't just work for sweet recipes. If you've got pans that can cook on the heat here and then you finish it off low and slow in the oven, it is perfect for having a midweek dinner on the table in no time at all.
I had to change over all my pans at home to, be able to go in the oven because it's just so much easier, so much quicker, so much more convenient.
Mate, I'll get you to melt that butter down, stir in the maple syrup, the vanilla bean, make it beautiful, thick and caramelised, and we're going to be good to go. How good is that?
Beautiful, mate.
Oh, I just wanted, if it wasn't so hot, I'd probably try to drink it as is. Now, let's take it off the heat. Give that one more little whisk just to break up some of those bubbles there. And whilst you whisk, I'm going to put in our dry ingredients. So today we're going to use almond flour. I'll pour that in. Awesome. Now, at some point, you're going to have to transition from whisk to spatchy, and you'll know when, but I'll put that there for you.
Oh.
And whilst you've still got the whisk in your hand, you know what I always heard about you is that you're a clean, neat cook. And that's what I love about you, Mike. We're going to do some gluten-free baking powder and, of course, some cinnamon to bring out a bit of warmth there on the pellet. Now, that is looking absolutely perfect. Get the cinnamon, the baking powder fully incorporated.
And then
I'll swap you over, change over there. I'll take that off you. Perfect. Now, last but not least, and this is why you might want to let that butter and maple syrup mixture cool down slightly, is you want to add in an egg. But when that almond flour and other dry ingredients go in, it cools it down on its own. So I'm going to put the egg in. Good to go?
Yeah, go for it.
There you go. Get that in there, break up the yolk. And then once you're happy with how it's come together, I'll get you to just smooth out the top until it's one nice, even layer for me. And get anything from the edges for me, because we want to use all that batter.
Yes, chef.
Now, I'm going to give you this. I will get you to chop some chunks. I mean, I'm talking probably some rough chunks into that. While you rough chunk that, I'm going to get our crunchy peanut butter good to go. When you open a new jar of peanut butter, you want to make sure that you really incorporate the oil that sometimes sits at the top with the beautiful peanuts at the bottom so that you get that perfect consistency each and every time. What I like to do is I get a spoon or a knife and I just twist in there until it all beautifully comes back together.
But that's a sign of a good peanut butter, though, when you get the separation.
Yeah.
Or any nut butter. When you don't have that separation, it's usually being processed in a way where it's not great anymore.
I'm going to get big chunks like this. Now, while I do these big chunks of the crunchy peanut butter on top, which are going to melt into the cookie dough and become oozy and hot and sticky and caramel-like, I'm going to get you to get some of these bigger chunks of chips and put them around that peanut butter, just on top, because what we want to create is a beautiful melted chocolate choc chip appearance on top of the cookie, so that when we serve this in the middle of the table, you can get your spoon into it and just get a massive chunk of cookie with chocolate drizzling and peanut butter. Mate, I love it. Crunchy peanut butter and chocolate chips. Name a better duo.
No, it's a match made in heaven, right?
Bit like you and I in the kitchen.
You're always a charmer.
We want this in the oven at 180 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, but keep an eye on it, because depending on the heat of your oven, we just want it to go golden brown on top and for all of that chocolate to melt beautifully. This is exactly what I was looking for. Do you love it?
She's a beaut, mate. She's a beauty.
Well, I want you to do the honours.
Oh, please, thank you.
Golden brown cookie crunch on top, gooey, sticky, melted chocolate, and that crunchy peanut butter. It's hot. Yeah. You've had a go. My turn.
That was beautiful, mate.
My turn.
I love the touch of cinnamon coming through.
Yeah.
The vanilla, that gooey chocolate. Like, it's just that beautifully underbaked, gooey cookie dough.
Look at that. Do you think that's too big? Never. Oh, this is so good. Now, I don't think there's any neat or clean way to eat a cookie like
There
this,
isn't.
but-
There isn't.
Oh, okay. It's so good.
It's so good, and then you get that salty, peanutty crunch hit as well. Mate, it's a banger.
If you're going to make anything, you're going to make this.
Yeah, yeah. Mate, you absolutely bought it today. Well done.
Thanks, Mike. Cheers.